Howdy, Travis from KnowHow here. Hey, new digs, check it out. Looks good. What is the number one thing that our customers tell us that they struggle with after they have put in all this energy to update their processes, get their entire team running on the company playbook, making sure everyone's following industry standards? The number one problem is then those standards change. The old way of doing things doesn't work anymore. We just got everyone to review how we do X or Y or Z, and then now that's different. It's one thing to line up everyone on a target, it's another thing when that target keeps moving. But if you are in the trade services industry, you know that this happens all the time. Industry standards update, service level agreements change from 2025 to 2026, and it's a needle in a haystack trying to find the four tiny differences between the two. Or software companies like KnowHow keep updating their software, and you have to get your company to keep doing things the right way, even though that right way keeps changing. That's why this functionality that we are launching today is going to transform your ability to ensure all your staff are following the company way, even if that way keeps changing. Let's get into it. All right, so here you can see that we are in Magic Docs, and this new feature is called Doc Swap. But there is a bunch of AI sprinkly magic that we have put over this feature to make it an incredible feature to ensure that your team is always up to speed with the way things are changing. You can see here, I have this service level agreement from a fictional insurance company called Meridian Surety Insurance Group. Sounds legit. And classic SLA, there's a lot of information here. Hey, this is the standards for first notice of loss. Here's cycle time, performance, financial authorization, all the way down. Your 19-year-old worker out on the field needs to know this, but is not going to read this. We've had customers tell us that when these SLAs get updated once a year, it takes an average of 13 weeks for that information to get down to the frontline worker. And what happens in the middle of those 13 weeks? Estimates keep getting kicked back because they're not done the new way, except very few people know what the new way is of doing things. So let's show you how DocSwap works. We have this new little side peek tab here that gives you a bunch of information on this document. It shows you where this process is attached throughout your hub, any tags, privacy permission settings. And then if you go up here, you get to DocSwap. So here is where you can add the new 2026 version of this SLA. All right, so you can see right in front of us here, just like magic, it's detected all the changes between 2025 and 2026, listing them out one by one. Also at the top, once it's summarized all of that, it'll let us know at a high level what are the changes between 2025 and 2026. This is great. Very thorough. There is going to be no surprises for the rest of our team. So let's click continue. And now we've got the option to click this button, require team members to review and acknowledge changes. This means before team members can open up this PDF and start talking to Howie or referencing it, they have to acknowledge that this is now the 2026 version. And here are the differences between 2026 and 2025. So let's click that button that says replace document. We can also make sure to send notifications to team members who have viewed this document recently, letting them know, hey, there's an update. Now we're going to switch over to the team member view. And so this is a new user over here. This is just a regular team member in the same hub. And I'm going to go into this trusty old SLA, but wait, look at that. Already I'm noticing something different. The same file has been swapped, and now what used to be the 2025 SLA is 2026. I'm going to click that to open it, and you can see on the right-hand side here a notice that says this document was updated on April 24th, 2026. Here's the summary. Here's all the changes I can go through. I can see the citations and see where everything changed. And then once I scroll all the way to the bottom, I'm going to click this button, Acknowledge Changes. Now I've confirmed I've reviewed the 2025 and 2026 differences. I've seen the citations if I want, and I'm good to go. Now I'm back to talking with Howie with that good old doc talk experience that we all know and love. Finally, let me flip back here and I'm going to show you how we close the loop. I'm going to click this little circle. Actually, here, let me hit refresh to make sure it's up to date. And I'm going to click that little circle where we saw the information about this document. And now I'm going to go view acknowledgements. And you can see Alien Travis, that was my other user, has reviewed this document and acknowledged the changes. All of the users on your team that have viewed this document before, they're going to be presented and you'll be able to see who has not opened this document yet, who has opened the document and not acknowledged the changes, and who has acknowledged the changes. Like we talked about, when you work in trade services, keeping your team aligned is a moving target. As soon as everyone gets synced up on a standard, that standard changes. With KnowHow's new doc swap functionality powered by AI, we can tell you exactly how your documents are evolving over time and ensure that your team is always up to speed as standards evolve, as service level agreements evolve, what is changing, when, where, and how. So they're always operating with the most accurate information to ensure they are following the company way. For more tips and tricks on how you can use Know How to increase the confidence of your team members, both in the office and out on the job site, you know what to do. Head to tryknowhow.com. Thanks.